Could you move that?
You want to take it off? My nails are wetter than yours are.
Good morning, guys. Happy Monday. We're trying to get you guys some lights in here.
Okay, well, you just turn them all off.
Oh, no. So that we can see how you guys doing. Welcome to the Fearless Morning Show. Where we are having confessions and conversations about your everyday life and finances. I'm in the dark here, and that's okay. Sorry. We're getting it together. I forgot to. Thank you, Rosie. I forgot to do that one. I didn't realize what you were saying. My bad. Yeah. Ta-da. And then there was like, my name is Yarmitra JoJo Waddell, the only Live Past Crazy specialist. So what better place to be than here with me? And Rosie is mocking me. You want to say good morning this morning? Good morning, Miss Margaret. Good morning, Kimberly. I got to see Kimberly this weekend. I kind of flagged her down as she was driving by. So thank you for stopping to say hey to me. I hope everybody had a safe weekend, had a great weekend. It was a busy weekend. It was exhausting. I did way more driving than I care to. But
in one day.
Yeah, I did a lot of driving.
Ew.
I did. Monday, I tried to rest a little bit, and then I ended up taking, I don't know if you guys take, Miss Margaret said, good morning, Rosie.
Good morning.
Good morning, Lynn. And so I did a detox bath last night. And
you didn't know your name.
When I tell y'all, I used to do them once a week, and I haven't done a detox bath in a very long time.
Did Rosie say you didn't know your name?
Because I put her in the bed and I covered her up and she was saying some nonsense stuff. And so then I was like, are you hot? And so I put the cover on her. She was like, I'm hot. So I took it halfway off her body. And then she still said, I'm hot. And I was like, do you know your name? And she didn't say anything. I was like, okay then. You don't know if you're hot or
Let
not.
me tell y'all something. So with a detox, don't laugh, Lynn. With a detox bath, it's Epsom salt, some vinegar, and essential oil. So I use some lavender
Smart one.
and spearmint. And you're supposed to get it up to your neck so your whole body is covered in for at least 20 minutes. You do deep breathing and meditation. When I tell y'all, I could barely.
You're getting tired right now.
I could barely get myself out that bathtub. It was all like I felt like I crawled out of the tub, and I made it to that bed. I didn't know nothing past laying my head on that bed. I don't even remember nothing Rosie talking about.
Because
I was out.
You even told Alvin, I left. I could hear you telling Alvin to turn the TV down. And Alvin had it on like 5 and he couldn't hear. And you were just like, turn the TV down. You were just saying it. And I was like, why don't you just go to sleep?
Oh, wow. She just put you all on Front Street. Oh.
I'm just that's it. I needed it, y'all.
That was funny.
Saturday, Friday, you get off, and I had to get ready for Saturday. So we had an assembly line going. Got ready for Saturday.
Until you went to sleep.
Yeah, and I quit, and I just went to sleep. Y'all do this. I quit. So then I was up at 6:30, on the road by 7:30, drove 4 hours, and my sister was like, I know you didn't come here to go to sleep. So then we went out to eat. So then I had to come back and get dressed and then go speak. That was 3 hours. And then I went back to my sister's and I ran into Kimberly. Well, I kind of flagged her down and she was driving by. I was like, Kimberly. And so I stopped and talked to her. And then I had another 4-hour drive. And mind you, Courtney slept coming and going. So, and then when I got home Saturday at 9:11, I was so tired.
And then you have to hear about my day.
And then Rosie insisted on talking to me about her day.
I always talk to you about my day.
And it's just, so I'm excited for today. I'm going to get some rest at work today. Is that bad to say?
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Lord Jesus, bye. Love you.
But you know what? You probably not the only one. You probably are not the only one, y'all. Good morning. Welcome to the Phyllis Morning Show. We having true confessions and conversation about everyday life and finances over here. Bye, Rosie. Have a
After she
good
done
one.
told all my business, now she leaving.
Told all your business, but that's okay. It
Get
helped
that water.
somebody else out today. I'm sure there was somebody else who felt the exact same
Get
way.
that water.
Because I
And
know
I
my
was
brother
like,
did this
Lynn,
There's
morning.
two in the floor.
Lynn
Hold on.
text me, and Lynn was like, "Did you see my last text? What are you going to decide to do?" I was like, "Lynn, I can't text you right now. I'm too tired. Like my
I
voice
was
hurt."
wondering.
Yes, and I
I
was
was
like, Lynn
wondering.
probably
I was
say,
like,
"Why is
see?
JoJo not? Why is this girl ignoring me?" I promise, I had no energy left for nobody yesterday.
Okay. Well, that's good to know this morning, y'all.
Yeah.
That's good to know. I was wondering. I didn't say anything. I didn't call you any names. I was just wondering.
And you didn't call because at one point I just didn't even answer them. I turned my phone completely off, not on silent. I pressed the off button and laid it down. I was like, I can't. And the kids was like, "Mommy, your mother keeps calling our phone." I was like, "Please talk to your grand." I can't. I don't have any. I had nothing left to give, but I did
Well,
manage
that's
to cook a good Sunday dinner. I managed to cook a good Sunday dinner, so I did manage that.
awesome sauce, y'all. Like I said, welcome to the show. It's true confession and
Woo.
conversations over here, over there, just about everywhere, right?
Right. All right. Carry
All
on,
right.
Lynn. I'm sorry.
That's okay, y'all. Well, this morning, let me help y'all give you some information for the financial confession and conversation this morning, y'all. My quote is, all difficult things have their origin in that which is easy, and great things in that which is small. So don't forget about the small things. Don't forget about those easy things. You have to start somewhere. Start where you are. That's the message this morning on this motivational Monday, guys, as you're going about your day. Keep these things in mind. But what I wanted to share with you from my financial moment this morning, I wanted to give you 5 investing tips I wish I had when I started. Maybe you've started investing and you farther down the road and you may need to revamp things because it's always good to go back and look. Or maybe you have not started investing. You want to start investing and you're trying to figure this thing out, right? You started looking into it, but you haven't quite set up an account to start investing. So I want to give you some tips this morning that can help the lay person become the expert of your money. All right, when it comes to investing. So 5 investing tips I wish I had when I started, guys. I'm Lynn Dimmons, America's #1 financial rebound coach. Yeah, I said it, America's #1. So the first tip that I want to share with you, and another thing that I want to share with you before I get into these investing tips, guys, make sure when you're sitting in on these opportunities, maybe you can't record right now, maybe you can't take notes right now, but go ahead and save this, mark it as a favorite, do something so you can actually come back and get the notes that you need. But in getting notes, whether you're getting notes from some video from Facebook or you're sitting in an actual live meeting at work today, guys, make sure that you're tuning in instead of just taking notes. All right. What did you say? Well, Lynn, what do you mean by this? One of the Forbes coaches says this all the time. Make sure that you're tuning in, not just note taking, because it positions you in a completely different light in that meeting. Why? One of the beautiful things too, guys, before I get into my investing tips, the beautiful thing is our phones are recording devices. You can record anything on your phone. So record that meeting instead of taking those notes. Then go back and upload it to YouTube. Mark it as private for you so you can actually go back and listen to it and get your notes later. Guess what? YouTube transcribes it for you, okay? Something else you can do, put in your back pocket. I'm just saying you don't have to always be writing. You can actually pay attention and be a part of the moment. So I'm asking you right now, pay attention and be a part of the moment, but mark this as a favorite, save it, come back to it. So 5 investing tips I wish I had when I started. First one, guys, the #1 tip that I wish I had when I first started was to start slowly. Because, you know, when we get in, you know, we say, oh my goodness, I'm going to invest. You think you have to have all of this money to get in and start investing. You think you have to, you know, just get in and do everything right and you're going to make money right away. Just like, you know, let me say this. Just like, how many of y'all bought tickets for the lottery? That's up over what 1.6 billion. How many tickets do you have? I'm not asking you to say, I'm just saying, right? Because
Yeah.
we all want this opportunity, right? That would be a great opportunity if we can get our hands on it. But there's some things, there's some processes and things that you would have to go through. Even if you do get that, you need these investing tips. All right, start slowly. You can transfer that to the lottery or to your own investing game, right? Start slowly. Take your time to learn about the investing vehicle that you want to invest in. Whether you want to invest in the NASDAQ, you want to invest in the Russell 2000. Maybe you don't want to deal with the stock market. Maybe you want to invest in real estate. Maybe you don't want to deal in that. You want to invest in commodities. You want to invest in physical assets. You want to invest in gold. You want to invest in artwork. It does not matter. What matters is that you start slowly. Learn as much as you can about that investing vehicle as you're getting started, because there's certain vocabulary attached to each of those investing vehicles that you have to be aware of, right? You have to know what price action is if you're looking into the stock market. You have to know the real estate lingo if that's where you want to go, and commit yourself to getting the information that you need. For example, in investing, the best thing that's out there, y'all, the best thing since sliced bread, in my opinion, is a demo paper trading account. And I've told you about the paper trading accounts available through TD Ameritrade, right? If you haven't, and some of y'all, I know you're hard-headed. You didn't even sign up. You didn't even create your account. Or some of you went in and you started your account, but you didn't even go in and start paper trading. How do I know? I know because I did the same things. It took me time to get to that point, guys, but you must get started. Okay, that's the number one thing, right? You must get started, but when you start slowly. Make sure that you're getting the information that you need. Guys, don't forget, share this information out. This is invaluable information that can not only change your life for you and your family, but it definitely can impact your communities as well. So do things without the monetary attachment at first, so you can start slowly and do what you need to do. The number two thing, guys, that I highly suggest or recommend to the group is that you have to understand that there's a process. Recognizing the fact that there's a step-by-step process or a system that it takes time to learn to be able to implement. You can't just go out there all willy-nilly. Even something as simple as a lemonade stand. Think about it. Something as simple as a lemonade stand. And kids do this all the time. Kids will say, oh, I want to do a lemonade stand. I want to go out there and sell. Well, do you not understand that there are so many things that go into setting up a lemonade stand? There is a process. First of all, you need your startup capital, right? Your startup capital is going to get your water, it's going to get your lemons, it's going to get your sugar, it's going to get your containers, your cups, your things. You need that capital just to even have your product. Now you need to market and advertise. The kids need little posters and markers and all of that good stuff so they can set up. You need a table. So you need all of these different things. And if you look at it from that perspective of a startup, of a lemonade stand, you take these same concepts from something that's simple that you understand, and you also apply it to things that are larger, things that are bigger, whether that's you going to start investing in the stock market or you starting your own business. You want to invest in that. It doesn't matter the vehicle, but you must educate yourself and recognize that there is a process to doing all of this, okay? And of course, guys, as you're going through this, it takes discipline. It takes discipline. You have to be disciplined, right, to get out there with your kids to handle this lemonade stand situation. I don't know, have you guys seen the commercial where the kids set up the lemonade stand and the mom comes out, the one customer with the big giant cup, and she pours all the lemonade in there, right? She was ready to go. But understanding, guys, that there is a process that you must go through, that you must work through in order to get to your end result, whatever it is that you've set that you want to achieve. And another thing that's key and very important, guys, is your psychology. This is an emotional roller coaster that you are taking on as you're learning to invest, as you're moving through this process. So you have to be aware. Yes, there are ebbs and flow and everything. There are ups and there are downs, just like a roller coaster, okay? But you have to be emotionally prepared for this process. Understand it is a process. Make sure that you have those things set in place so that when you do hit those lows, you have an opportunity to rebound, to get back up the hill, okay? The number three thing that I have in my here, guys, is to create your own method, all right? What's your method of going about handling this financial situation? What's your method of going about in handling this opportunity to invest? You've gone through, you start slowly, you know that there's a process, but everybody's process or method is not the same as your method. I get up in the morning and I have a process, but I'm sure you don't do the exact same thing, or you don't follow the exact same steps or the method that I follow, right, when I get up in the morning. So you have to personalize it to your own so that you can do what it is that you need to do to get to your next. So guys, decide what you want to do and everything about what it is that you want to do. That's where your goals come in, right? And I talked about this before, guys. Setting those goals, begin with the end in mind, is always extremely important. Begin with the end in mind. Begin with the end in mind. So what does that mean? If ultimately at the end of the day, I know, and you know that for those of you who have followed us for this almost a year, you know that one of my goals for my child's education is to have $150,000, right? So he can make a decision. Does he want to go to college, or does he want to start his own business? See, he'll have that capital available to him. That's my end goal. But I had to back map. I had to work backwards to see where it is that I need to be. What's my 5-year goal? What's my 1-year goal? What's my quarterly goal, my monthly goal, my weekly goal, my daily goal? What am I doing from day to day, week to week, month to month, quarter to quarter, year to year, 5 years, then of course on until the end date for him for graduation? What am I doing that's aligned to that goal? Is what I'm actually doing going to get me there? See, the method is mine, right? I have to take ownership of what it is that I need to do to be able to get to that end goal. The number one thing, guys, that many of us miss, we miss opportunity. It's missed because it's dressed in overalls and it looks like work. We don't want to do the work. And that's where the easy part comes in, but oftentimes we miss it. We miss that. Okay, the fourth thing that I want to share, guys, I wish I had this information when I started, was to focus on what it is you're studying. And you said focus on your study. What does that mean, guys? It means learn from your mistakes. As you're on this investing journey, you are going to make mistakes. There are no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So don't gloss over the mistakes, right? Those mistakes are going to happen. So, but there's so much more that can be learned from those mistakes that you made in that investing journey that are going to position you to do things differently. Now, there are some ways to mitigate mistakes. There are ways to mitigate mistakes. Getting accountability partners, getting you a coach, getting a mentor, right? Getting someone who's already done what you want to do and replicating, right, that process. As Tony Robbins says, success leaves clues. And it's nothing simpler than that, guys. You can learn from their mistakes. It doesn't mean you have to make your own mistakes. And as what's his name, Trevor Ott says, the answer to who doesn't have to be you, right? So you can always go out and find you somebody that's going to help you, in which you can learn from their mistakes as opposed to making your own. Wouldn't life be so much better if you could take those lessons and learn from somebody else's mistake? Case in point, y'all, the little ones, not the little ones, these are teenage kids. I don't know if you guys, for those of you in Gwinnett County, I'm in Gwinnett County in Georgia. Over the weekend, there was a shooting. They killed a police officer, a young African-American police officer. He was 30 years old. He was shot He was walking up to a car, okay? There was a call that says, hey, there's a suspicious car sitting outside of the middle school. And they called the police and asked them to come check it out. And they said they smell weed or something, okay? The police officers pull up to come check on the car, get out of the car, and then immediately he shot. He didn't even get to the car, didn't even get there to ask any questions. The kid shot at him, shot him and killed him. 30 years old, only been on the force for 2 years. All right. Now they're doing all of this, looking for these kids. There were huge Gwinnett SWAT team, guys. I've never seen anything like this in my life. The Gwinnett SWAT team, it looked like there was an all-out Army war on this area I was passing through. My son and I were passing through, and all I could do immediately was say, Lord, have mercy, because I didn't know what was going on. All I could say was, Lord, have mercy on whoever is involved in this mess. And I hope they're okay, because, I mean, it was just, yeah, never seen anything like it in my life. Anyway, guys, that's a huge mistake that those kids are going to have to pay for. 18-year-old, 19-year-old, young Black men having to pay for mistakes. Guys, learn from somebody else's mistakes. You don't have to make your own mistakes. That's what I'm trying to say right here, right? Learn from your mistakes, but try to learn from somebody else's mistakes so you don't have to go through. You don't have to do the time. That's what I'm saying. You don't have to do the time. Even in your investing, you don't have to do the time. You don't have to go through that huge learning curve that a lot of people go through if you learn from other people's mistakes. And the last thing, number 5, the number 5 thing I wanted to share with you today, guys, is be realistic in both your time, with both your time and your money. There's nothing as unproductive as having unrealistic goals. It's an unrealistic goal to think that you're going to win. I don't know what the lottery is up to, $1.6 billion in the lottery. It's an unrealistic goal to bank your dollars on that. Let's just be real. If you know no one won it at 1 billion, what are they going to keep doing? I'm just saying, I'm going to leave that alone. And then even still, if you do win, there are some things that you have to know, right? If you decide to take a lump sum, think about it. It's $1.6 billion. If you decide to take a lump sum, it cuts it in half immediately. That takes you down to $800 million, right? That's still some good pocket change. Take you down to $800 million. But then on that $800 million, you still have to pay taxes on it. It's about 50%. So it brings you down to $400 million, all right? And then that $400 million, if you look at it, if you get an accountant or get a financial planner that's going to tell you anything that's worth the paper that it's written on, that only equates to about what, $1.24, $1.3 million a year. All right. And that's going to give you what? Right? $1 million a year, and then everybody going to be in your pocket calling you. Just saying. All right, guys. So be realistic is what I'm saying. That's the whole message, right? That's the message. Be realistic in both your time and with your money. What are the goals that you want to achieve? Make sure you know what those are. Get a strategy that works. That's the most important thing. If you don't hear anything else that I share with you this morning, get a strategy that's worked. If you don't know what strategy works, then start doing the research. Start doing your due diligence. Get with someone that's going to help you to identify exactly what that is. You know my story over and over, and I continue to share it. And I'm thankful today that student loans are paid off. But having that 6-figure debt of student loans sitting on my shoulder was such a huge pain in my stuff, right? It was a huge pain, but figuring it out, guys, going through the process, being realistic in my goals, understanding how much time it was going to take, all of those things were very important to me as I devised my strategy to get out. And investing, guys, was part of that strategy. If I didn't invest my money and get the return on that investment so that I can now have those funds available to go ahead and pay that student loan off, do you not know I would still be in that same place? But by me having a realistic strategy that worked, by me doing the research, by me staying relentless, was it easy? Not all the time. I'm going to be truthful. No, it wasn't. There were times I wanted to give up. There were times I wanted to say, no, you know what? That's okay. Even my husband told me those student loan bills are going to be with us forever. But we couldn't stop because we got to get that strategy that works. Devise your strategy that works. It's not going to be the same thing that everyone else is doing. It may not be that for you, but you have to figure out what that is for you, guys. I'm Lynn Dimmons, America's #1 financial rebound coach. Yeah, I said it, America's #1. This has been the 5 investing tips I wish I had when I started out. Am I done with my journey? Absolutely not. Will I continue? Oh, yes, I will. All right. I'm Lynn Dimmons, y'all. That's what I said. Go over to my website and check it out, DimmonsEnterprise.com. Also, I'm continuing with the course. Starts back up the first Thursday in November, the Investing Blueprint. Guys, if you want to start getting the education that you need so you can start investing, the Investing Blueprint is where you should start. It's a 4-step system that I have put into place that helps me to invest with confidence, that helps me to mitigate some of those things that I shared with you, the things that I wish I had known before I started. It helps you to put those things in place. Go to bit.ly/investing blueprint to get more information. I'll also upload that link here. But also, guys, if you say, well, Lynn, I'm not quite there yet, go check out my website, DimmonsEnterprise.com. Have some free resources over there in the blog section that'll help you to get through that process. But guys, first, you must get started. That's the message right there, okay? bit.ly/investing blueprint. All right, Miss Co-host, I'm done.
All right, guys. All right, guys, please make sure that you get your foundation set because it is essential to whatever it is you want to do. If you want to live past crazy in your life or your finances, you've got to have your foundation set. So today's thought for the day on this motivational Monday is, you know how frustrated you get in life because things are not working out the way you want them to? And how many people have said, Lord, what's next? It can't get much worse. It can't get no worse than this. This is it. This is the bottom. Sometimes when you say that, you're inviting action into your life for it to get much worse. I'm always, of course, y'all know me, I'm a fan of what you think is what what you say is what you have, and what you think is what you have. So every time I've asked the Lord, what now? What next? Can it get much worse? He said, oh, okay, well, ta-da, here you go. So be mindful of what you say. But on this motivational Monday, if you don't like what's going on, if you don't like what's going on, what's going on in your life, in your relationships and your friendships, it's very simple. Do the opposite of what you don't like. Just plain and simple. Sometimes we, and I include myself in this, we like to make the process harder than what it really is. We like to make the situation more complicated than what it really is, when sometimes the answer is quite simple. Do different than what you're doing now. If you're living in crazy now, stop. The first thing to stop in living in crazy, of course, is to be quiet. I always tell you guys that. The second thing is you got to take action. And that means doing something different than what you're doing right now. And that's the hard part. The hard part comes in the action. The first step, which is, I ain't going to say it as hard, but it's acknowledging that what you're doing now is not working. How you're handling your relationships, your friendships, your job, your career, whatever you want to call it, what you're doing now is not working for you. It's not working because you wake up frustrated, you go to bed frustrated, you mad on the way to work, you mad when you walk. I don't understand why you got to be mad early.
Mad, mad, mad.
Yeah, why you got to be mad so early in the morning? Like, how much energy does that take? And I'm a
Right.
naturally happy-go-lucky person. I just am. And for me to get mad, it takes a whole lot. But I don't understand people that just wake up and they just mad off the jump. Like, what happened? Were you mad in your dreams? Like, how did
Right.
you wake up like that? What's really happening? But if you know what's going on right now is not working, simply do something different. I don't care if that's weight loss. Let me tell y'all, so over the past couple of months, I've shared with you guys that I've been doing a personal journey within myself, working on myself, some things that I've just been trying to work out. And y'all know me and Lynn went to the we went to, where'd we go? Six Flags. We got on the roller coaster. We still got zip lining to do. We still got jumping out the plane to do. Let me rephrase that. We not jumping out no plane. We doing indoor skydiving.
Now, you said it. You said your words have power. You said it earlier.
Nope.
Your words have power. We are jumping out of the plane. That is what
Lynn,
you said.
Lynn
Go back
jumping
and
out the plane,
rewind
not
and
me.
listen to
Lynn.
yourself.
Lynn jumping
Listen
out
to
the plane,
yourself.
not me, not me. So, I've been on this journey to get past some things that had just holding me back. Y'all know, y'all was with me when I got over my fear of water. I got over my fear of flying. And it's just some little things. So, and Miss Valerie, Minister Valerie, thank you. Minister Valerie, she be on it. She sent me a message. She said, hey, as a professional speaker, drink you some water, this and this and this, because I've been having problems with my voice. And I said, thank you, Mr. Valerie, but it's because I've been eating junk that I'm not supposed to have that affects my voice insanely bad. Like right now, my voice hurts so bad. And that's because yesterday I went out, I went to breakfast and ate bread and eggs and pancakes, and I can't have any of that. And I loaded up on it. And so, but one of the things, so as I was driving yesterday, and in my mind, I'm thinking, good morning, Charlene. I know, Charlene, I'm getting it together. So in my mind, I've been thinking, JoJo, you really got to, I put on some weight, as my doctor told me. She was like, well, let's see. You've gained a pound for every month I haven't seen you. That's been 24 months. I said, I didn't come here to be insulted. Thank you very much.
That's what he said.
That's what she told me.
Wow.
And she said, let's see, if you come back in 6 months, are you going to lose 6 pounds? I'm not coming back because you insulting me. She hurt all of my feelings. I say she hurt all my feelings. Like it was just get your life together session at the doctor with JoJo.
Exactly.
So
correction and instruction.
I took it, honey. And so I've been thinking, I really need to get, and I know all the things I'm not supposed to have. Minister Valerie tell you, honey, I wrote out a whole list of things I wasn't supposed to have. And then I told her, yes, I ate all of that. And that's why my voice I know she praying for me. Thank you, Minister Valerie.
Right. Okay.
And so on the way back Saturday, and here late, when I try to eat junk, I don't have the same desire to eat junk as I'm going through it, which is hurting me to my heart. Like, what am I going to do without my Snicker bar at 3 p.m? But I'm working through that. So on the way back, Lynn, I was like, I'm hungry. I was so hungry. I had packed raspberries, blackberries, blueberries, a banana. I had some vegetables in the back, and I had snacked on that. And I was like, I need to eat something. And I was like, okay, well, this exit has a Smoothie King. And I was like, do I really want to drink my dinner? And then I saw Bojangles. And y'all know I got a weakness for them fries. I put hot sauce all over it. And I can't have fries, and I can't have hot sauce, and I can't have the biscuits, and I can't have fried chicken. And I was like,
wow.
JoJo,
but you went to Bojangles instead of Smoothie King.
What? I said, JoJo, don't go in there. And then the enemy, my fat kid, said, I'm going to force you to eat this chicken. That's what we going to do. We going to eat this chicken today. So I pulled through. Now, mind you, Tropical Smoothie is right here. Bojangles is right here. I whip right into Bojangles. And the smell alone is making me sick. This is how powerful you are over yourself. And thank you, Mr. Val, self-control. So if just think about how much power you have over yourself to do what you do not want to do and what you want to do. So I walk up and it's making me sick. I'm determined to eat that piece of chicken. When I tell you I'm determined, so give me a 2-piece wing and a breast, please, with fries. Thank you. And I'm drinking a soda. I can't have none of this. So I get it. And I need more hot sauce than this. These 3-packs ain't gonna do. Give me some more hot sauce. So I get in the car, and Courtney is giving me the side eye like she know we heading for destruction. So we get in the car, and I open up the box, and it's a darn leg. I don't like legs. I said, Jesus, let me eat this chicken. Why are you?
That's right. Bind it. Bind it.
Thank you, Mr. Bella. Can you? I need some holy oil. There it go, right there. I just need it. And so I take off the skin. I put hot sauce on everything, and I take off the skin and bite it. I said, oh, that's good. Then my stomach start hurting. I said, oh, no. We ain't got time for you to be hurting right now. So I took some more skin. I ate a couple of fries. When I tell y'all my stomach was hurting, I'm gripping the steering wheel like, oh God. And then I'm thirsty. Let me take a sip of soda. When I tell you my stomach started hurting even more, and Courtney looking at me with the box of chicken in my lap, gripping the steering wheel like, she's like, what? Why are you breathing hard, mommy? Like, she know the answer. Why are you asking me? So she just looked at me, and I just closed my chicken box, and I set it in the bag, and I said, yes, Lord. So I ate the skin off the leg. I had 2 bites of chicken and 4 fries and a bite of biscuit. And when I tell you I paid the price all day Saturday, my stomach hurt so bad. I was like, yes, Lord. So I had all vegetables yesterday. I got my smoothie to start my morning. I'm going to do right. Thank you, Lord. But the moral of the story is do the opposite of what you don't want. I don't like having my voice hurt. I didn't like the fact that on Saturday I couldn't talk and project the way I wanted to, because on Wednesday and Thursday I had eaten things I didn't need to eat, to the point Minister Valerie had to call me out like, sister, get it together, drink you some water. And I'm offering her excuses instead of doing what I knew to be the right thing. So thank you, Mr. Valerie. I receive it. A to the man. I know she been on her knee praying for her sister, and I thank you for that. So guys, if you don't like what you're doing, do the exact opposite, because we know the answer. I know the answer to my voice hurting. It ain't this cough drop. It ain't going to be this water. It's going to be, and I can truly, fruits and vegetables are my friend, and I can eat meat in moderation for my throat. And then another thing, I found out my father died of stomach cancer. And I was like, Lord Jesus, I can't be getting. And then I was like, I rebuke you. I'm not getting that, but I'm going to start living right. So this is the final phase of my inner journey, y'all. Hold on. Let's hold on. Thank you, God, for some chicken. Hey, to the man.
Lord,
thank you, Mr. Valerie.
Oh, Lord, we need a moment of silence for my co-host.
Y'all, the struggle was all the way real. Do you? Because and then today let me tell you, I set myself up for success today. I have 2 lunch bags back here. So I have my lunch, I have my breakfast.
Not 1 lunch bag, y'all. She said 2.
Well, because when you eat just fruits and vegetables, you gotta eat every 3 hours. And if y'all don't want me at that snack machine like a crackhead, talking about give me them crackers, girl, I gotta set myself up. So I have 2 lunch bags. I got some strawberries. I got some, and then when I was at home, I got me some. I went outside after I done finished speaking. We outside picking Scuffy Dime. Well, my mama picked the majority of them out there in the church house parking lot. But if you from the country, you know what Scuffy Dimes are. I got me some Scuffy Dimes. I got some strawberries.
Lord have mercy.
I'm ready, y'all. I'm ready. So y'all pray for me. That's what the morning show is about. Pray for me. So the message today was for me. Do the opposite of what you're currently doing today if you want a different result. So I don't want to be on here sounding like a man every day, because I can't talk right, because my throat hurt, because I done ate all the breads and all the pastas and all the red sauces. So everything in moderation, Jesus. Y'all keep your sister in prayer. Amen. All right. Now that's my Phyllis thought for the day. Thank y'all for going along my journey with me. Thank you, Charlene. I need all the prayer I can get, girl. I need all the prayer I can get because it's a habit to whip in McDonald's and get that sausage McMuffin and coffee right by the job. Good morning, D. But I'm gonna do right. I'm set up for success for the day. Tomorrow is a whole new day. We gotta pray about tomorrow. So at least I'm ready today. That's all that matters. So I hope I gave y'all laugh for the day. Somebody enjoy that chicken for me.
So, guys, the moral of the story is ask yourself, what do you really want?
What do you really want? Because let me tell you, I'm trying to live my best life, and I cannot do and holding on to this darn chicken leg. So I'm setting it free. Thank y'all. I so appreciate it. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining the Fearless Morning Show. I hope we have helped somebody today, set you free today. Please make sure you share the video. If your friends and family do not have Facebook, share the YouTube channel. We have over 100 videos over there, and they are by
200.
Oh, that is right. My bad. My bad, Lynn. Good Lord. Go on over there and watch the videos. They by topic, so you can pick which one you want. Share it with a friend, a family, a foe, your co-worker, your boo, your side piece, your cuddle partner, whatever you want. Whoever living in crazy, send them on over here. Anything else, Lynn, that we can think of this morning?
Guys, thank you so much. We know your time is your most precious commodity. You can't get these minutes back, but you decided to spend them with us and JoJo and that chicken wing and a prayer. But we thank you so much. We appreciate you guys. Go out there and do something great for someone else today. Get that sausage.
No, D, I can't.
No.
You gotta go back and watch the rest of the story, D. I can't
The
do
devil is a liar.
it. D, my voice will sound deeper than yours, man. I can't. I'd be like, hello, how y'all doing this morning? Good morning, my friend Dion. How are you?
Don't do it.
Girl, I already wake up sounding like Barry White. So, and then I did my body detox yesterday. So I'm ready. I'm ready, y'all. I'm ready. Let's do this. Let's do this thing.
Absolutely.
So, all right, guys. I hope you have an amazing Monday. And we will see you here bright and early tomorrow morning at 7:15. I promise. No, I won't have any more jokes and any more stories like that one. But please share that chicken leg story. Share that chicken leg story with somebody today. It might give them the laugh and the motivation they need today to do something different in their life. That's what it's all about. That's why we share these true live confessions and conversations. Thank you, D. Charlene, why you got to put up the chicken and the bread? Good. I'm just saying. Can you just not put it all up on me? I need baby steps. So at least I set myself up for success for today. Can we pray for tomorrow? That's all I'm saying.
Eat the chicken, no skin.
I can't, it's all of it. I can't have, but what I'm going to do is moderation. I'm going to do it in moderation. So for right now, I just need to get it under control for right now. So I got to go cold turkey. So, Jesus. All right, guys, we'll see y'all in the morning. I'll let y'all know how day one went tomorrow. Y'all have a good one.
All right, sign it off.